Swami Vivekananda. Yoga Aphorisms, Concentration Part 2. The last is the science. Here there seems to be a great fight between modern science and all religion. Every religion has the idea that this universe comes out of intelligence. Only some religions were more philosophical and scientific language. The very theory of God, taking in its psychological significance, and apart from all ideas of personal God, is that intelligence is first in the order of creation, and that out of intelligence comes what we call gross matter. Modern philosophy says that intelligence is the last to come. They say that intelligent things slowly evolve into animals, and from animals slowly evolve into man. They claim that instead of everything coming out of intelligence, intelligence itself is the last to come. Both the religious and scientific statement, though seemingly directly opposite to each other, are true. Take an infinite series A B A B A B etc. The question is which is first, A or B. If you take the series as A, you will say that A is first, but if you take it as B, A, you will say that B is first. It depends on the way we are looking at it. Intelligence involves, and because the gross material, and that is this again evolves as intelligence, and again evolves as matter once more. The Sankhas on the religion is put intelligence first, and the series begins intelligence, then matter, intelligence, then matter. The scientific man puts his finger on matter and says matter then intelligence, but they are both in the same chain. Indian philosophy, however, goes beyond intelligence and matter and finds a Purusha or self which is beyond all intelligence, and of which intelligence is but the borrowed light. The seer is intelligence only, and though pure, even seen through the coloring of the intellect. This is again Sankhya philosophy. We have seen from this philosophy that from the lowest form up to intelligence, all is nature, but beyond nature, Purusha's souls, and that these have no qualities. Then, how does the soul appear to be happy or unhappy? By reflection, just as if we piece of pure crystal be put on the table and red flower be put near it, the crystal appears to be red. So all these appearances of happiness or unhappiness are but reflections. The soul itself has no sort of coloring. The soul is separate from nature. Nature is one thing, soul another, eternally separate. The Sankhya says that intelligence is a compound, that it grows and wanes, that it changes just as the body changes, and that its nature is nearly the same as that of the body. As a fingernail is to the body, so is body to intelligence. The nail is a part of the body, but it can be pared off thousands of times, and the body will still last. Similarly, the intelligence lasts while this body can be pared off, thrown off. Yet, intelligence cannot be immortal because it changes, growing and waning. Anything that changes cannot be immortal. Certain intelligence is manufactured, and that very fact shows us that there must be something beyond that, because it cannot be free. Everything connected with matter is in nature and thereby bound forever. Who is free? That free one must certainly be beyond cause and effect. If you see that the idea of freedom is a delusion, I will say that the idea of bondage is also a delusion. Two facts came into our consciousness and stand or fall by each other. One is that we are bound if we want to go through a wall and our head bumps against that wall. We are limited by that wall. Of the sudden, we find will and think and direct our will everywhere. At every step, these contradictory ideas are coming to us. We have to believe that we are free, yet at every moment we find we are not free. One idea is a delusion and the other is also a delusion, because both stand upon the same basis, consciousness. The yogi says both are true, that we are bound so far as intelligence goes, that we are free as far as the soul is concerned. It is the real nature of man, the soul, the Purusha, which is beyond all law of causation. This freedom is percolating through layers and layers of matter and various forms of intelligence and mind and all these things. It is its light which is shining through all. Intelligence has no light of its own. Each organ has a particular center in the brain. It is not that all the organs have one center. Why each organ is separate? Why do all these perceptions harmonize? And where do they get the unity? If it were in the brain, there would be one center only for the eyes, the nose, the ears, while we know for certain that there are different centers for each. What a man can see and hear are the sameness or unity must be back of intelligence. Intelligence is certainly connected with the brain, but behind even intelligence stands the Purusha, the unit, where all these different sensations and perceptions join and become one. Soul itself is the center where all the different organs converge and become unified. And the soul is free and is its freedom. And it's freedom that tells you every moment that you're free. But you mistake and mingle that freedom every moment with intelligence and mind. You try to attribute that freedom to the intelligence and immediately find that intelligence is not free. You attribute that freedom to the body and immediately nature tells you that you are again mistaken. That is why there is this mingled sense of freedom and bondage at the same time. The yogi analyzes both what is free and what is bound, and his ignorance vanishes. He finds that the Purusha is free, is the essence of that knowledge which, coming through the buddhi, becomes intelligence, and as such is bound.